I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Rwanda.
Madam President, thank you for giving me the floor. I'd like to thank the International Rescue Mechanism for Criminal Tribunals President, Judge Graciela Gatti Santana, and Undersecretary General Prosecutor Serge Brametz for their extensive briefing. I would also like to thank members of the Security Council for their statements. We appreciate the cooperation between the mechanism and the government of Rwanda. We commend the prosecutor for the recent arrest of Fulgence Kayishema, one of the fugitives on the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda most wanted list. We would also like to express our condolences on the passing of Judge Elizabeth Ibanda Nahamya of Uganda. Madam President, we thank the Rescue Mechanism for the Consolidated Progress Report and their continuous effort to seek justice for genocide crimes. We welcome the cooperation extended by the law enforcement agencies of South Africa, Mozambique, Eswatini, and the UN investigators, which led to the recent arrest of genocide fugitive Fulgence Kayishema, who has been on the run for 22 years. We are especially thankful to South Africa for the role they played in this process. Rwanda continues to thank countries that have extended cooperation to the Office of the Prosecutor and Rwandan prosecution. Madam President, it is important to highlight that the mechanism has officially confirmed Rwanda's ability to conduct genocide trials in complete compliance with international due process standards. In recent years, as emphasized in Prosecutor Brametz's report, Rwanda has effectively carried out trials and appeals for cases transferred to it by the mechanism. Nonetheless, considering the substantial volume of appeals, we continue to welcome the ongoing partnership and support provided by the mechanism. We also expect that the staff of the Office of the Prosecutor can assist Rwandan authorities to address the ongoing challenge of more than 1,000 genocide fugitives and achieve more justice for the victims and survivors in Rwanda. As of June 2023, Rwanda has issued 1,148 indictments against genocide suspects in 33 countries and the Interpol Secretariat. In view of this, we call upon countries where indictments have been issued to double their efforts in arresting the remaining fugitives within their jurisdictions. Madam President, justice for the victims and survivors of genocide against the Tutsi is not merely about prosecution. It is about timely justice. Every delay in the process equates to justice denied. It's unfortunate that the pace of justice is slowed by a lack of cooperation from some member states, despite clear Security Council mandates and judiciary instruments urging such a cooperation. Such delays not only hinder the pursuit of justice, but also impede the opportunity for criminals to face trial and be held accountable for their crimes. A recent instance highlighting this issue is the trial chamber of the Rescue Mechanism decision ruling that Felician Kabuga is unfit to continue standing trial, a deeply disheartening outcome for the survivors, victims, and the people of Rwanda as a whole. Madam President, despite the provision in Article 28, Section 3 of the Mechanism Statute for assisting national authorities in the prosecution of serious violations of international humanitarian law, we observe a reluctance from some states to cooperate. This inaction in the face of available options for deportation, extradition, or conducting trials within their territories hinders the fight against impunity. We extend our gratitude to the countries who have demonstrated their commitment to justice by extraditing or prosecuting fugitives on their soil. These include Belgium, France, USA, Uganda, the Netherlands, Canada, Norway, Germany, Denmark, Sweden, Malawi, the Republic of Congo, Finland, and Switzerland. Their action reinforces the belief that the pursuit of justice is not insurmountable, but merely requires the political will to act. Madam President, Each year in April, member states stand with us as we commemorate the genocide against the Tutsi. They show us compassion and acknowledge our resilience. However, when we send the indictments, our appeals are often met with silence. We need member states to demonstrate solidarity in our pursuit for justice as they do when we commemorate. Rwanda and Rwandans have come a long way from the dark events of 1994. However, having prominent figures of genocide perpetrators remaining active in the spread of genocide ideology and incitement threatens the hope of a truly peaceful society. We ask that you join us in making Never Again a reality. Madam President, as I conclude, let us reflect on the plight of the survivors whose peace is continually disturbed by the knowledge of that perpetrators are still at large. They, and indeed all of us, yearn for the day when justice will no longer be delayed, when the guilty will finally answer for their actions, and when the victims can find solace in knowing that their suffering has not been forgotten. Let me reiterate that the fight against impunity is not a task that Rwanda should shoulder alone. It is a collective responsibility that we, as the global community, must undertake. We plead with all member states to consider the gravity of the crimes committed during the genocide against the Tutsi, the prolonged suffering of the survivors, and the potential instability that the ongoing impunity poses. Each day that a fugitive remains free is another day that justice is delayed. And as you all know, justice delayed is justice denied. I thank you for your kind attention.
أشكر ممثل رواندا على
I thank the representative of Rwanda